what we've seen and what we saw even in that last case study is that oftentimes the technology gap between on-body infusers, on-body delivery systems, and the prior standard of technology, whether even if it was an auto-injector, we're seeing in chronic disease spaces that there can be and there's sometimes a patient preference for simplicity in that they would rather have multiple injections with an auto-injector or a pen injector than to use an on-body delivery system that has its own set of limitations in terms of wearability, durability, et cetera. And so I think that will be one of the key limitations there in terms of getting the patient buy-in in the market in order to allow the technology to transition to the standard of care as compared to current available technologies.
Yeah, well, I find it's interesting though, right? If you do, certainly there's been various focus groups or human factors work done around various OBIs. There's a lot of times there's positive feedback, right? Oh yeah, this is great, this works well, but is it the wrong types of questions maybe being asked, or the wrong users that they're speaking to, or I just your thoughts for discussion.
Yeah, I also think that there's, it's really until you get to more than 3 or 4 auto injectors is kind of where you see the tip of the scale. So most people are willing to tolerate 2 injections. It's really kind of where you get to the 3 or 4 injections that people really start to say. So I think it's the previous on bodies have been replacing 2 injections. And the reality is most people are willing to take 2 injections. It's where you get the much, much larger. And now we have the 2 ml AI. So now we're talking, people are willing to do 4 mLs. So now we're really talking, 6 mLs or more that warrants an on-body. And there's just not as many of those at the moment.